We weren't born avoidant. We weren't born anxious. We were born open, connected, whole. But something happened. Something shifted. The love that was supposed to feel safe began to feel unpredictable. And from that moment on, our nervous system decided, I can't be open anymore. I have to protect myself. That's how the story begins. Not with who we truly are, but with who we became to survive. Avoidant people didn't learn to avoid because they didn't care. They learned to avoid because caring felt unsafe. Anxious people didn't become clingy because they were needy. They became that way because love kept disappearing too soon. We both adapted. We both created patterns to protect ourselves from emotional pain. And then we started calling those patterns our identity. I'm an avoidant. I'm anxious. I'm broken. But that's not who we are. That's who we became to survive an unsafe, emotional world. The moment my healing began was when I realized I don't need to fix who I am. I only need to understand why I became this way. Avoidance and anxiety are not permanent traits. They are emotional adaptations. They are the body saying, I don't trust love yet. I don't trust presence yet. So when we stop judging ourselves, we can start listening to the fear, the memory, the pain underneath. That's when healing begins. My first step was not to love better. It was to stay still. To stop running when intimacy felt too much. To stop numbing when someone saw too deeply. I learned to sit with the discomfort, the racing heart, the need for distance, the fear of being known, and I began to see something new. The more I ran from connection, the more I ran from myself. Healing started when I allowed love to stay, and I didn't escape it, even when my body told me to. For those who are anxious, your healing doesn't start with trying to hold someone closer. It begins with holding yourself. Every time you feel abandoned, there's a part of you waiting to come home, not to them, but to you. You begin to heal when you stop chasing reassurance and start creating emotional safety within your own energy. Because love that comes from fear will always exhaust you, but love that comes from awareness will always expand you. When I started observing my patterns without judgment, I realized something powerful. Love was never the problem. My nervous system just didn't know what safety felt like. Avoidant and anxious people are not opposites. They are two mirrors reflecting the same wound. The wound of disconnection. And when you see that clearly, you stop trying to fix yourself and start reconnecting with the part of you that still believes in love. That's what I did. And that's why I healed. You were born whole. You were born to love without fear. You were born secure, connected, open. Avoidant and anxious are just costumes you wore to survive. But now, you can choose awareness instead of avoidance. Presence instead of panic. Conscious love instead of control. Healing is not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you've always been before fear taught you to hide. So when I say, I'm healed, I don't mean I never get triggered. I mean I now meet my triggers with love, with curiosity, with compassion, because I finally remember. I was never broken. I was only protecting my heart until I was ready to feel again. You are not your attachment style. You are the awareness behind it. And that awareness is love itself.